Lesson 9-1 and 9-2, the meaning of fractions and division. A fraction describes one or more parts of a whole that are divided into equal parts. So if we have something like 3/5, the number on top is your numerator, the number on the bottom is your denominator. And what this means is the number on top is the number of equal parts. So the number of equal parts is on top, and the number that's on the bottom is the total number of equal parts, or available parts of equal parts. So the number on the bottom, the denominator, is the whole, and the number on the top is the part. So if we had a sentence like this one, there are 8 animals. 3 out of the 8 animals are cats. So there are 8 animals tells you your whole. So that is your denominator. And then it says 3 out of the 8. So 3 would be your numerator. You can read fractions in multiple ways. You can say 3/8 or 3/8 or 3 out of 8. Pause the video to write the fraction that names the shaded parts. For the first example, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots. So the whole is 7, and 5 of those 7 are shaded yellow. In the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and 3 of those are shaded yellow. You can also demonstrate fractions on a number line. So if we have a fraction like 4/5, if we have our number line and this is my 0 and this is my 1, that means from 0 to 1 there are 5 individual parts. So you can actually divide your space between your 0 and your 1 into 5 spaces. So now we would be able to label them. So 0 would be 0. This would be 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 1 is the same as 5/5. Any number over itself is equal to 1, because if you think about a pie, and if it's divided in 4 places, if we shade in 4 of the 4, that's filling up a whole pie. So any number over itself is equal to 1. So then you would be able to take your fraction and you would be able to represent it on the number line, saying that it's right here. Fractions are also used to show division. So we may have something that says 1 divided by 3, but it wants you to write the answer as a fraction. Well, all that you have to do is say 1 divided by 3. So again, we can use this fraction bar in a variety of different ways. It can represent out of, it can represent divided by. So the fraction bar is more than a fraction bar. It can represent part, it can represent fraction, it can represent a lot of different things, so you just really have to be careful with how they're wanting you to use it. Let's take a look at how division and fractions can be used in real life. Sarah, Nia, Atri, and Zachary are making a collage. They will share 3 rectangular strips of colored paper. What fraction represents the part of a whole strip of paper each will get? So you first want to demonstrate your whole paper. So they're going to be sharing 3 of these. Here's 1, here's your 2, here's your 3. Now you know that each paper has to be broken into 4 parts because we have 4 people we're purchasing for. So this one gets broken into 4. This one gets broken into 4. And so does this one. So we divide it into 4 equal parts. So that means that each part of the paper is 1/4 of a whole. So now you can rearrange the 1/4 pieces so that each person has 3 of the 1/4 pieces. So let's try that. Let's have Sarah is going to get this piece, this one, and this one. So she's going to have 3 of the 4. And then Nia is going to get 3 of the 4 as well. And Atri and Zachary. And I'm just trying to make his look a little bit different since I can't change the color between Zachary's and Nia's. So what we would say is that this is like saying 3 divided by 4. So each person is getting 3 of the 4 pieces. So when it says what fraction represents the part of a whole strip of paper each will get, it is 3/4. There will not be a lesson review for this section, so please make sure that you ask questions during your practice problems if you have any, and maybe do a few extra practice problems along the way just to give yourself some extra practice.